And now, after all this time of waiting, the Valiant Cinematic Universe begins, or ends, depending on how you look at it. This is Bloodshot. So Bloodshot is a 2020 movie starring Vin Diesel as the character Bloodshot. It is based on the comic book released by Valiant Entertainment of the same name, and also stars the likes of Guy Pearce, Isa Gonzalez, Toby Kebbell, and Lamorne Morris. And Vin Diesel plays a Marine by the name of Ray Garrison, who comes home from deployment, takes his wife on a trip where they unfortunately meet their end, where after an undisclosed amount of time, he wakes up at Rising Sun Technologies, run by Guy Pearce, where they tell him that you died, but we've replaced all your blood with all of these little nanobots that can heal you, and thus, we now have a movie. And I find it really hard to talk about certain points here and there because I'm not sure really what can constitute as a spoiler versus a non-spoiler, because I'll be honest, if you watch the trailers to this movie, the trailer just gave the entire thing away. It spoils all the main points of the movie, from who Vin Diesel basically is as a character to who the villains are of the movie. Any twists or turns this movie could have had were basically dropped in the trailer. But despite that, I actually had a rather good time with the movie. It's nothing that I would call new or groundbreaking. My best description of it would be a movie script that was written in the 90s, made in the early 2000s, and then released in 2020. Because this movie does feel generic action movie at times, with just guns, explosions. I would say, especially towards the third act, some questionable CGI. Particularly surrounding the final fight. In the trailer, they even showed it with Vin Diesel fighting this guy with, mechanical arms down an elevator shaft. It looked very Spider-Man 2002. Also, other than the CGI, one real gripe that I had with the movie was that Vin Diesel, he plays Vin Diesel. If you've seen him in one movie, he's, the same across many others. And a lot of that also had to do with the fact that when I was watching this, I wasn't really seeing the character Bloodshot because, I really do like the comic book. If you haven't checked out Tim Seeley's current run, by the way, I recommend you give that a go. Because I wish he had gone, full pale white with the red dot in the chest, which in this movie they replaced it with a glow, and they explained it as sort of like that's where the nanobots are working to kind of keep them together. And there were only really a small handful of moments where he did become a little more pale, but those were, from what I could tell, they looked to be color graded after the fact rather than him putting on any kind of makeup. Because I'm not sure if it was like Vin Diesel not wanting to put on the makeup or if the director just didn't see that as part of his vision. But in the back of my mind, I do kind of think that if they had gone with a less well-known actor, that quite possibly we may have seen, at least in terms of looks, a more faithful adaptation. Like Jason David Frank, Tommy the Green Power Ranger, he played Bloodshot in the Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe web series, produced by good old Bat in the Sun. And if you haven't checked that out, I do recommend you search on YouTube Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe. That's actually a fun little series of shorts that some people even stitched together into a movie. But I would say if you're a fan of the mindless action sort of end of the superhero genre, where you can kind of just turn off your brain, put some popcorn in a bowl, and just enjoy it for what it is, you might actually have a good time here. Bloodshot is available on digital now, mainly because its theatrical run got cut short due to all the theater closures because of the virus that drank too much Corona. So Bloodshot, have you seen this movie? I would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you like this video, I'd love it if you'd smash that like button, share it with some friends. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and ring that notification bell for more comic book content. And if you're wondering what to watch next, consider one of these two videos. Alright, take care, have a great day, and as always, stay geeky.